Job 1. Good News Bible. GNB. There was a man named Job, living in the land of Uz, who worshipped God and was faithful to him. He was a good man, careful not to do anything evil. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 1,000 head of cattle, and 500 donkeys. He also had a large number of servants, and was the richest man in the East. Job's sons used to take turns giving a feast, to which all the others would come, and they always invited their 3 sisters to join them. The morning after each feast, Job would get up early and offer sacrifices for each of his children in order to purify them. He always did this because he thought that one of them might have sinned by insulting God unintentionally. When the day came for the heavenly beings to appear before the Lord, Satan was there among them. The Lord asked him, "What have you been doing?" Satan answered, "I have been walking here and there, roaming around the earth." "Did you notice my servant Job?" the Lord asked. "There is no one on earth as faithful and good as he is. He worships me and is careful not to do anything evil." Satan replied, "Would Job worship you if he got nothing out of it? You have always protected him and his family and everything he owns. You bless everything he does, and you have given him enough cattle to fill the whole country. But now, suppose you take away everything he has. He will curse you to your face." "All right," the Lord said to Satan, "everything he has is in your power, but you must not hurt Job himself." So Satan left. One day, when Job's children were having a feast at the home of their eldest brother, a messenger came running to Job. "We were plowing the fields with the oxen," he said, "and the donkeys were in a nearby pasture. Suddenly the Sabeans attacked and stole them all. They killed every one of your servants except me. I am the only one who escaped to tell you." Before he had finished speaking, another servant came and said, "Lightning struck the sheep and the shepherds, and killed them all. I am the only one who escaped to tell you." Before he had finished speaking, another servant came and said, "3 bands of Chaldean raiders attacked us, took away the camels, and killed all your servants except me. I am the only one who escaped to tell you." Before he had finished speaking, another servant came and said, "Your children were having a feast at the home of your eldest son, when a storm swept in from the desert. It blew the house down and killed them all. I am the only one who escaped to tell you." Then Job got up and tore his clothes in grief. He shaved his head and threw himself face downward on the ground. He said, "I was born with nothing, and I will die with nothing. The Lord gave, and now he has taken away. May his name be praised." In spite of everything that had happened, Job did not sin by blaming God. Job 2, Good News Bible, GNB. When the day came for the heavenly beings to appear before the Lord again, Satan was there among them. The Lord asked him, "Where have you been?" Satan answered, "I have been walking here and there, roaming around the earth." "Did you notice my servant Job?" the Lord asked. "There is no one on earth as faithful and good as he is. He worships me and is careful not to do anything evil. You persuaded me to let you attack him for no reason, but he is still as faithful as ever." Satan replied, "A person will give up everything in order to stay alive. But now, suppose you hurt his body, he will curse you to your face." So the Lord said to Satan, "All right, he is in your power, but you are not to kill him." Then Satan left the Lord's presence and made sores break out all over Job's body. Job went and sat by the garbage dump and took a piece of broken pottery to scrape his sores. His wife said to him, "You are still as faithful as ever, aren't you? Why don't you curse God and die?" Job answered, "You are talking nonsense. When God sends us something good, we welcome it. How can we complain when He sends us trouble? In spite of everything he suffered, Job said nothing against God. 3 of Job's friends were Eliphaz from Teman, Bildad from Shuhah, and Zophar from Naamah. When they heard about what had happened to Job, they set out from their homes, planning to go and comfort him. When they saw him from a distance, they did not even recognize him. In their grief, they tore their clothes, cried out loud, and threw dust into the air and on their heads. Then they sat there on the ground with him for 7 days and nights, without saying a word, because they saw how much he was suffering.